Alright, so this is podcasting kit number 3, and this is best for recording whole room audio, which is what I'm going to do first. I'm going to record something on my trumpet. So in this kit, inside, there's a Zoom Handy recorder, H4n. So you're going to see there's a couple extra batteries in here. There is a USB SD connector because it records onto an SD card, so then you can upload the audio to your computer later. There's an extra SD card. There's an extra air filter there, and then there's the recorder itself. So you'll notice it's got its own case, and then in here there's kind of a handle that would screw on if you wanted, and you could just hold it like this to record. But what I included was just a kind of like cell phone tripod that'll screw on the same way. This way you can keep the recorder stationary while you're using it. And this has actually 2 options and 2 ways to record, which is why I've included some XLR cables and some mics, and then just some cable ties after you take the initial ties off. So you want to set it up like this, and I got my music stand set up over here by all my junk in the garage, and so I'm going to set this up roughly here and stand kind of away from it. It's got these 2 mics here, and we're going to record using these 2. And so the power button's on the side. You hold it down to turn it on. It'll turn on. And then you'll notice on the bottom it's got these XLR 1/4-inch inputs. So you can use these inputs, and there's an input select here on the front that you're either going to use the mics that it has, or you're going to use input 1 and 2, which are these. So it's really pretty simple to record something. So once you're in the screen, you hit the record button once. It's going to flash, and then when you start recording, you hit it, it's recording, it's recording, it's recording. When you're done, you just hit it again. That'll say mark 1, it's still recording. So actually, you hit the stop to stop recording. You pause it there. Alright, so once you've recorded some audio and you want to listen back to it on here, it's really simple. You can just go to folder, select, it's going to be in folder 1. So leave here. On the side there's a scrolling wheel that'll select. Menu, I believe, goes back to, menu will go back to the original thing. File, here you can see the different things I've recorded. So number 6 was the one that I just recorded, so then you want to hit the play button on that.
Mic's on.
And then we can hear the audio that I just recorded. There is a spot right here to plug in headphones so you can listen back that way. And there you go.
Rolling.
Okay, so after you're done recording, you want to definitely turn it off. So hold the power, it'll say goodbye, see you. And then you can remove the SD card, just the standard like that. Put it into the USB adapter that I gave you. Don't jam it in, just kind of figure out which way. Plug it into your USB port on your computer, and it should open up a file. It's going to be underneath stereo. There's 4-channel, MTR, and stereo. Folder 1, and it's the most recent audio file that I recorded. So I can just copy this, and I can paste this onto the desktop so that it's there. I'll paste it there, and then open up Soundtrap. How you doing, guys? Good, how you doing?
Hey.
So we're going to enter the studio. We're going to do new project podcast. Doesn't really matter though. We're going to add a track, and we can import a file right here. And if I go to the desktop where I copied that, I should have STE07, and then I can start manipulating and editing this audio. So like for instance, at the beginning here, we were probably talking, and there's a lot of And now the other cool thing that I could do if I wanted before I sent it to somebody is I could take my other take here. This is why it's important to save all your takes. And I'm going to copy that to the desktop real quick too. So I've got take 1 was number 6 and take 2 is number 7. So I'm going to add this other track. I'm going to again import a file, number 6, and it looks like they're slightly apart, so I can just kind of like manually line them up like that, just by eye. And then I can mute this one and listen to the other one. And maybe I like my entrance here better is what I'm remembering, so I want to listen and then I could cut from here and put it in the other one. So you can kind of look at both audios and edit them together. You can also from here, so let's say I wanted to take this part and put it here. Let's just talk about how to do that real quick. All right, you can stop recording. All right, so I'm recording my screen now, so I'm a little bit closer. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this entrance from right here and edit it into this audio because I liked what I had here better than here. So I can see roughly that they're same because I'm playing with the clicking track, so they should roughly be the same. I just liked my attack here a little bit better. But just to make sure, I'm going to listen again to the first one and then the second one. So let's hear this one. Now let's hear the other one. All right, so I don't know necessarily if I would do that, but just for the educational purpose of this video, let's say I wanted to swap this one with that one. So I am going to go to Edit, Split Region, and then I'm going to set my cursor afterwards and do Split Region again, selecting the second one. And now I have that. And now I have to do the same thing with this first track. I have to do Split Region. You see there's actually a shortcut, Control E. Most programs are going to give you a shortcut to do that. And it'll split it wherever your cursor is. It's the same in GarageBand when you do this, if you're familiar with GarageBand. So you split the region. Then you can just drag this one, put this one here, put this one here. Oh, I fucked up somehow. All right, so Control Z undoes all mistakes. So here, let's just add a new track so that I have something else to drag this onto. So I can just drag this down here. Please allow microphone access. Okay, sure. And then I'll pull this down here and pull this up here. And you can see this one's labeled ST06 and this one's ST07. So I've now effectively flipped them, and we can kind of, if we want, we could reattach them by selecting both of them. We could say Settings, Merge Tracks. Oh wait, that's merging both of them. We could go Edit, JK, and we could merge these two regions. So again, we need to have them both selected. So Control click, select both of them, something like that. All right, well, let's listen to if that was a successful Frankenstein. 1, 2, 3. Okay, So it might be a little bit rough and you might have to experiment with it, but that's how you can easily splice audio once you've entered it in. And that is basically how it works.